Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And I finally watched Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It has come out on Disney Plus. Well, we have it as Disney Plus Hotstar, which Disney Plus had bought over Hotstar, which is another streaming service over here in India, and I think in some other parts of the world as well. Maybe like a few other Asian countries. But yeah, finally got to watch it. I watched it this Monday, a few days ago when I was still sick. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, 2022 movie, of course, um, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and of course starring Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. You also have this movie was directed by Sam Raimi, and you can see the effects of Sam Raimi directing this movie. It is of course a sequel to Doctor Strange and is the 28th film in the MCU. Along with Benedict Cumberbatch, you also have Elizabeth Olsen, who plays the main villain for the show. I love Elizabeth Olsen, let me tell you. Absolutely love her. Tweetle Ejiofor, I do not know how you pronounce the guy's name, but the guy is a class actor. Benedict Wong, okay, now I'm going to butcher this name, but here goes. Xochitl Gomez. Chotel Gomez? Chotel Gomez, I have no idea. She plays the young girl who is basically the one who's got the power to open up portals to different universes. Michael Stuhlbarg and Rachel McAdams. Yeah, and basically, well, you know the story. I'm not going to go through the entire storyline because it's very new to watch it. It's a fantastic movie. Just here to give you some of my thoughts, making Wanda Maximoff the villain of the show. I wish they didn't actually do that because I think this is it for her. You're not going to see Wanda anymore, I guess, because technically our Wanda dies. Okay, some spoilers, of course, I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to go through the whole storyline. But yes, definitely she dies. The fact that she's struggling so much after, the events of Vision being killed, and then resurrecting him and having that, that idyllic lifestyle in the what we see in WandaVision in the show. She's got those two kids, so she's really struggling, and she wants to get back the family, but Vision is not in it. It's just the two boys, and she's willing to do anything and anything to get back to them, including hunting down America Chavez and finding a way to open up the multiverse, travel through it, and find that perfect universe where she is with her boys, and remove their mother and be the mother for them, kind of like thing. I'm not a person who really likes or enjoys too much multiverse stuff. This is done very well, however, and I must say that I did enjoy it quite a bit. It's a fantastic movie. Let me say that. I mean, other than it's kind of like non-stop, it goes it does really well, and yeah. So that was one of the things even though I don't really like this kind of multiverse thing, time travel, multiverse. These are two things which I do not really like that much. Anyway, delayed movie because of COVID-19, of course. So I'm just going to talk about a few things. So like I said, Elizabeth Olsen, she's wonderful as Wanda Maximoff, and the alternate universe Wanda Maximoff as well. It's the Scarlet Witch. She is scary, by the way, in certain things, but yeah, she is absolutely gorgeous and lovely. I love this actress quite a lot. The character is also Earth 838 counterpart. Ours is 600 and something. I forgot the number. It's somewhere here. 616. That's what our Earth is supposed to be. Benedict Cumberbatch, of course, does a fantastic job as Doctor Strange, and the version of him which was corrupted by the Darkhold as the kind of villainous role, as well as the zombie the zombie Doctor Strange as well. But you see him in the beginning trying to protect what do you call it, America Chavez. Chiwetel Ejiofor, he doesn't have a big role in this movie. He's an alternate version of the Mordor that you see from the first film, and I think he will definitely return again as another villainous role for if there are more Doctor Strange movies. I haven't really checked to see are they going to keep more movies, but I definitely hope so because now the MCU's biggest star is kind of like him and Cumberbatch as well as uh, Chris. Sorry, yeah, um, the Thor guy. Can't get the name all of a sudden. Thor basically and Doctor Strange. Uh, yeah. So Benedict Wong, yeah, I actually saw a little interview of his, and Benedict Wong is actually British. I didn't know that, and he's got a British accent. I mean, kind of like an English accent, I guess. From which area I do not know, but it's a very soft kind of like. Oh, it's actually from Manchester, but he's actually got a very soft way of speaking, a very nice way of speaking in real life compared to what he's as his character. And I don't think I've actually seen him in anything else, but I really like the way that he speaks. All right, so he's there. He's now the Sorcerer Supreme. Got some of the comedic elements right, comedic elements, break all that stuff is really good. America Chavez as so I was told by my cousin who is a little bit more knowledgeable about the comics as well as MCU and this thing, and he reads a lot about this stuff as well before the movies and TV shows come out. So combination of that, his knowledge about the comics and the characters in the comics are way better than mine. I do not know. I only know the characters. I know what they're doing and all that stuff. Like, of course, I know a little bit more about, say, the ones that I did read when I was a kid, like Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, The Flash, maybe a little bit of the Green Arrow, Iron Man, stuff like that, which I did read when I was younger, but I stopped kind of reading those kind of comics by the time I was like 12. So that was ages ago, by the way. So yeah, but he told me that she is supposed to be the same. America Chavez is the character. However, I do feel like there seems to be a lot of these shows where a Hispanic character and especially Hispanic young girl is kind of like on the run, and the lead characters, the lead heroes have to kind of rescue her. It just feels like that. I don't know. Anyway, so she's also from another universe with two moms, and they're killed, known as the Utopian Parallel, whatever. So she's supposed to be there. Oh yeah, we've got Rachel McAdams coming back as Christine Palmer, as the Earth 616. Christine Palmer's getting married. That's when the movie kind of starts things around, and the 838 version, Christine Palmer is supposed to be a former fiance of that universe's Doctor Strange, who was killed off, and she does a lot of help. So she's kind of like she's a version of Christine Palmer who's gone through a lot and is trying to do the right thing, and she does the right thing over here. So compared to the first movie, she does a lot more of action-oriented stuff. She does a lot more than the first movie, definitely. And there's also the Illuminati of Earth 388, including, very surprisingly, Patrick Stewart as a version of Professor Charles Xavier. You also have Haley Atwell as Peggy Carter, Captain Carter, who basically is that universe's version of Captain America, but Captain UK. But she's just called Captain Carter, I guess, in this. The same version that you see in What If, so that's another thing. Lashana Lynch as Maria Rambeau, and she's Captain Marvel in this universe. Alternative version of the Captain Marvel. Anson Mount, Captain Pike. But yeah, he is playing an alternate version of Black Bolt, and the name of the character is Blackagar Poltergun. I have no idea about this character. I just know that there's a character called Black Bolt, and I think Anson Mount plays him in one of the TV series, which I haven't really watched. Must try and watch it, I guess. Inhumans. I have never seen that show. Is a show? No, it's only lasted for one season of 8 episodes, and that's the reason why I haven't watched it. Anyway, so Anson Mount was actually built to be a captain. Was actually born to be a staff, as is what a lot of us feel. that he was born to be a Starfleet captain, so let's keep him as Captain Pike for as long as we can, by the way. Who else is in this movie? Anson Mount, Black Bolt, and yeah, I was really surprised. I didn't know he was in this movie either, so was surprised to see him, and I didn't recognize him for about maybe like 5 minutes, and then I realized, oh, yeah, who it was. And John Krasinski, who plays Reed Richards, a member of the Fantastic Four. Now, I'm not sure, but is the Fantastic Four the new version? Is he the guy who plays that in the movie? In the 2015 film, is it John Krasinski? No, somebody else, yes. I have not seen that either, and I heard it's really bad, so we're not going to spend too much time on it, but I guess I will eventually watch it. Yeah, so they all get killed, by the way. All of them get killed by Wanda Maximoff. She's that powerful. Including Charles Xavier. I mean, he is the one who actually tries and does the most damage to her. But she manages to get through. Anyhow, so really fantastic film. Here are my thoughts. I think it's one of the best MCU movies of recent times. Definitely it's there among my top. Well, there's so many movies now. But yeah, it definitely has become one of my favorites. I'll have to rewatch it sometime soon to exactly know where it's going to fall. But I'm not really worried too much about it because there's way too many Marvel Cinematic MCU movies. I do like this one quite a lot. I'm not sure if I like this one more than the original or the 2016's. Was it 2016? The first Doctor Strange came out in 2016. Yes, correct. So there's a big gap in between these two movies. Yeah, but I hope the next Doctor Strange is going to take that long. But yeah, I think this one is better than the first one, definitely. Yeah, the more that I think about it, this one rocks. The movie has made over $1 billion, by the way. Sorry, almost $1 billion, $951.1 million. So yeah, I guess it'll definitely hit it easily. So, in short, fantastic film. The fight scenes are great. The CGI is excellent. The comedy is spot on. The acting is wonderful. What more do you want? Everything is absolutely brilliant in this particular film. I give it a 9 out of 10 for an MCU film. It's absolutely amazing. And I think it's a must-watch for everybody who, is loving these kind of movies. Superhero films, it definitely is a pretty awesome movie. That's all I want to talk about this one. 9 out of 10 for me. Thank you guys. Good night. And I shall see you again pretty soon.